Hi guys, welcome to Trading Secrets edition. I have another trading secret to share with you guys. This is the number one reason that 90% of traders aren't able to advance and make this a lifetime career, make this a form of financial freedom. It's the reason that instead of being true traders, they become true gamblers. They become puppets of their own emotions, puppets to the market. This segment is going to be about over leveraging and revenge trading. And we're going to start with the over leveraging part. What does it mean? Well, over leveraging means simply that we are risking something we truly don't have or shouldn't be risking, right? So if you make $500 a week and you spend $300 of those dollars on shopping, then you're spending about 60% of your money on something that you shouldn't, right? Because if you have, let's say, rent, maybe a car note, and other bills, it doesn't make sense for you to be spending so much of your check on something like that. You have to budget in order to make sure that your money is being spent in a correct way. So something very similar exists within trading. We have to know when we're over leveraging. And how do we know? We know by measuring our account, right? If I have this account right here, I have a $5,000 account, then, honestly, regardless if I have a $5,000 account, a $10,000 account, a $100,000 account, or $1 million account, it all is still the same thing. The size of my account should be determined, or I should say the risk I take should be determined by percentage, right? Because we all have different size accounts and we all have different trading styles. Some people trade and they get in and out, and they have very, very close, like their take profit and their stop loss are in a really short range. Some people are swing traders, so some people go by pips and some people go by ticks. So depending on what kind of trader you are, it's going to indicate, how maybe what amounts you're using in certain areas. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the percentages, right? The percentages are still going to be the percentages. They're still going to make your account grow or diminish. And you want to have very good parameters. So what's a good parameter? What's a good percentage for trades? As far as risk goes, and I use pretty much the same motto for the growth of my account, for my profits, it's 1 to 5%, right? And what am I basing that on? I'm not really basing it on myself. I'm basing it on what I've been taught and what I've seen work, what I've seen be a safeguard. More conservative traders will stick more to the 1% rule. But honestly, even in the more riskier type of trader, it would be foolish to go above 5%. You really should not be going above 5% on a daily basis. So if I have $5,000, what is 1% to 5% of 5,000? Well, I know that 1% would be 50, and times 5 would be 250, right? So that would be my range. And I'm going to show you guys a few tricks, because what I do, even though I'm telling myself it's okay for me to risk $250 a day, I'm not going to do that all in one go. That seems very risky to me. I don't want to be losing $250 at a time out of my $5,000 account. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to risk $50 5 times in order to make $50 5 times. So if I'm successful, I will be making $250. And let's just put, for new traders, you guys should not be trading more than once a day. Okay? That's just the reality. I know that maybe that doesn't seem very fun, but that's something that you shouldn't be doing in the beginning, because you're not equipped emotionally or mentally to be able to take 5 trades a day in the beginning. You have to build yourself up. You have to control your emotions in order to be able to get to that point. Once you do, let's suppose that you're making $250 a day. If you times that times 4 days, guess what? In 1 week, you made $1,000 to add to your $5,000 account. So in 1 week, potentially, you could be looking at a $6,000 account. And guess what? Your parameters aren't $50 to $250 anymore. That 1 to 5% is now applied to your $6,000. You guys are really going to see the power of compound interest, because it gets wild. It gets really crazy how fast you can grow an account using good principles and understanding compound interest. Now that we have a $6,000 account, now instead of risking $50 to $250, we're going to be risking $60 to $300, right? Now, supposing that our trades are successful, 300 a day times 4 days. Oops. No, what happened here? Okay. Equals 1,200. So now our $6,000 account becomes a $7,200 account, right? And now 1% and 5% of that would be $72 to $360. We're 3 weeks in. Or let me see, we're 2 weeks in. In 1 week we made it 6,000. In the second week we made 7,200. If we win in our second week, then our 7,200 becomes, let's see, 360 times 4 days equals, okay, so 7,200 plus 1,440 equals 8,640, right? 8,640. This is real, guys. This is something that I've done many times, that I've seen people do, and it helps when you follow this kind of structure. You will see a lot more success out of those people. Now, if you take 8,640, now your 1 to 5% is going to be, let's see, 8640 times 5. So 8640 through 432, right? So if you're making 432 times 4 days, that equals 1,780. So now on the third week into the fourth, if you take 8640 plus 1,728, that equals $10,368. That is insane, guys. And that's with using 1 to 5%. You took an account that was at $5,000, and over the course of a month of respecting your parameters and having proper risk management, you were able to grow your account by over 100%. You more than doubled it. You doubled it and still have $368 above that amount. This is with the $5,000 account, but don't let yourself think that you cannot do this with a small account. You can have a very small account. You can have a $500 account. Those $5 trades on a $500 account are not going to look attractive. They're not going to be exciting. But what you don't know is you should be excited, because just as that account became $10,000 in a month, your $500 account can become over $1,000 in a month, and that $1,000 account can become over $2,000, and it's going to keep expanding. That $2,000 can become $4,000 in 3 months. Within 4 months, that $3,000 account can become $6,000. And before you know it, before the end of the year, you're going to have a huge account if you follow proper risk management, if you follow your parameters, if you're not over leveraging, and you have a good strategy, you know. And I'm teaching you guys that as well. So you guys are getting everything from A to Z, from the mindset, from the trading secrets, to the strategies, to the walkthroughs. This is how you do this from point A to point B. I'm doing this because I really want to expose as many people as I can to this gift. There's so many bad traders, and I'd say that with humility, but there's so many bad traders and so many bad teachers out there that I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing this industry be gatekept. I'm tired of seeing this industry be ignorant. You know, these things are things we can learn. These things are obtainable, and it's up to people that are traders to make it obtainable. And I want to be part of that movement. I want to be part of that community. And that's why I'm here explaining all these things to you guys and showing you things like this, like over leveraging and leveraging correctly, and the power of compound interest. You know, the other thing we're going to be going over is revenge trading. So it's still another form of over leveraging. Let's suppose that you have your $500 account and you're right here, and for whatever reason, you know, you think that this is going to be a sell, and it comes here and it hits your stop loss. So now you lost $5 and you're like, man, that sucks. But now I'm positive it's going to be a sell. You go in, kind of looks like it is. It wicks down a little bit, reverses, right? Comes up. You hit another stop loss. Now you lost $5 here and you lost $5 here. You're negative 10 on your account, 2%. Now you're here and you say, you know what? I'm tired of this. I shouldn't have lost this trade, and I shouldn't have lost that trade. You're emotional. You say, I'm going to go in, but this time, instead of doing the 1%, I'm going to do more because I want to make up for this trade, and I want to make up for this trade. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to risk, instead of $5, I'm going to risk $20, right? Which is 4%. And I'm not going to lose, so I don't have to worry about over leveraging. I'm going to win. And not only am I going to make up for these 2 losses, I'm going to have a profit of $10. So that seems pretty reasonable to me. I go ahead and enter the market. I'm like, oh crap, was I wrong? Comes back down. I'm like, no, I was right. Wicks back up. Hit stop loss again. Now I'm down 20 here, 5 here, and 5 here for a total of 30. 6% of my account is gone. Bad. That's revenge trading. Revenge trading can have no limits at times. I might say, God, I lost 20 here, I lost 5 here, and I lost 5 here. I'm going to make up for that and more. We're going again for a sell. I'm being stubborn. I'm being emotional, and I'm being irresponsible. Guess what? You know, I'm riding this wave. I'm frustrated. I'm like, oh, should I get out? I'm obviously at a loss. I'm not at a big loss yet. Boom. I might not even set a stop loss this time. I might just start blowing my account. I get here and I blew like 25% of my account. So now instead of 500, I have what? Right? I have like 350. And that's very, very dangerous. And this is a very real scenario for people. Okay? This is why, this example right here is exactly why you have to have control of your emotions. Having control of your emotions is more important than everything else. It's what's going to stop you from coming here and deciding that you're going to risk another 4% of your account when you already lost 2%. And you know that you shouldn't be risking more than another 3%. And you shouldn't be doing it more than 1% at a time. I know it sounds like maybe unexciting, maybe boring to have to put limits on yourself, but it isn't. I'm telling you, when you grow that consistency, you're gonna love the benefits you reap. So keep that in mind, guys. Please don't over leverage and don't revenge trade. We all have fallen for it, and Every single one of us regrets it. You know, revenge trading hardly ever works in your favor. It blinds you. It makes you not be able to think or see or be able to really tell what's going on, because you're just focused on winning and you're just thinking that if you keep going, eventually you'll win. And a lot of the times it's the opposite. So be careful out there, guys. I'm going to be making more videos and more trading secrets. But for now, yeah, keep this in mind. Keep this in your arsenal. This is a very powerful video. If you take it to heart, it will guide you to the moon. So I'll see you guys on the next one. If you love this video, if you got any benefit, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, like and comment and share. And I will see you guys on the next one. See you later, crypto nerds and new traders.